How would you describe last night, Bill?
Probably one of the great nights in Cleveland sports history. It was lit up like Las Vegas, as LeBron promised when he was a rookie. A very spectacular ring ceremony with LeBron when they raised the banner to the roof. He went over and they had it's just this gaudy, ridiculously sized ring. He went over and with the finger that bore the ring, he touched the banner. And as it began to rise up, you could tell. I mean, he was very moved. He started wiping away tears as he walked back to take his place with his teammates, because he had dedicated all of last season to that. I had, some Knicks writers near me, and until they needed the stats in the fourth quarter, I didn't really. I was covering the ring ceremony and then going to duck out and try to get some of the atmosphere of the other right across the plaza. I had the World Series game on with the sound off on the monitor, and they showed all of the Indians' runs on the. They don't call it a jumbotron in Cleveland, Dan. It's a humongotron. It has four sides, and the roars were every bit as loud for that as for the constant replays of LeBron's block of Andre Iguodala, and also they had all three by the big three in the seventh game, the shot by Irving and the stop by Love on Steph Curry. It was just constant roars all over downtown. The plaza was absolutely packed. They had a big screen, huge thing, watch party thing out there. With sometimes you'd hear a roar in I keep wanting to call it Jacobs Field, in Progressive Field, and then you'd see what it was about. But it was tremendous. It was, as LeBron said, it's a night anyone who was here will always remember. And then he yelled, "Cleveland against the world." And I ended my column saying, well, right now it's Cleveland 2, world nothing.
Is this surreal to you, though, Bill? If I would have told you a couple of years ago you were going to have a night like this, what would you have said?
Well, I wouldn't have believed it, even with Francona as manager. I mean, I didn't think the Cavs would beat Golden State, but in the East, they are going to be the power for a while anyway. I thought they could get back to the finals after losing, and they gave a decent account of themselves with only LeBron. As soon as LeBron came back, being east of the Mississippi River, I knew the Cavs were going to be making deep playoff runs. The Indians are the ones that just, given everything that happened, losing three pitchers in their starting rotation, that was the strength of the team. And not having Michael Brantley, their best position player last year for virtually the entire season, because he couldn't come back from a shoulder injury, it really is just remarkable. The Indians, I was asked on another show, who's the most popular team in town, and would it be the Cavs or the Indians? And I actually had to say the Cavs, going by regular season attendance, because they were selling out. And the Indians drew 1.6 million with a team that took control of the division race in late June and were really never headed. Although I think Detroit got within 2 games, they were never tied or headed. It's been a real shame with a great manager like Francona and with this overachieving team. And now, of course, it's just electric at Progressive Field every night, because everyone's behind them now. But it's really not all that much of a baseball town usually, but this is one of those events.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.